Allison Schoolcraft, Democrat for the House 131.
What issue is most important to you as we head into November?
I would say giving constituents a voice. And I feel like what we see time and time again, especially in Missouri politics, is that Missourians say that they want something, like they don't want to be a right-for-work state. And yet we still see legislation come up each session for things like right to work, or, Amendment 3 is a perfect example. Missourians already made a choice with Clean Missouri, and yet we're not progressing with our politics because we just kind of keep reinventing the same stuff.
What do you believe, if anything, that we're doing wrong right now, and what will you do differently if you win?
I think I go back to the same statement that not listening to our constituents and not giving them a voice is probably one of the biggest mistakes that's going on in Missouri politics. And probably second to that is our budget and spending money where it needs to be spent, and making sure that services are being brought to our citizens.
What do you believe is important to the district?
To our district, our district is very odd because it's rural in the northern part of Greene County, and then you also have city, so it covers all kinds of different dynamics. And so I think what people in Springfield feel is their core issues compared to those in northern Greene County could be vastly different. I think in the last year, the TCE contamination up in northern Greene County probably was something that really affected that district, and it continues to be kind of a little bit of an issue.
What do you believe is top of mind for voters right now? Economy, racism, or COVID-19? Which is the biggest concern, and how would you address it?
I think COVID-19 and the economy kind of go in together. Most all of us are worried inherently about how we're going to pay our bills and what's going to what's happening with our families. But then COVID-19 is just this all-encompassing issue that we have, and it affects every part of our lives. I think our governor's handling of it has been less than ideal. And, I think we need to really take a statewide stance on that recovery.
How would you reassure voters that you will fight for what they want?
I did not join this race as a politician. I am not a politician at all. I very much started here because nobody else was willing to run, and it's an open seat, and I was not just willing to hand over that seat to somebody without there being a fight. It's not a job that I have ever sought, but I really want to give the people of the 131st a voice and make sure that everybody is heard. And for me, whenever I went to the polls, too often I go and there's not somebody there that's representing my ideas. And so I don't think it's fair to have a ballot that doesn't allow for everybody to have a voice.
Kind of a similar question. Why run for office?
That was really what it came down to. After filing day, I kind of dragged my feet and was watching to see who was going to be running for my district, and nobody signed up. And so I called the Democratic headquarters to verify if anybody was signing up. And then my husband and I had a conversation about what that would look like, because I couldn't let the seat go without a fight. It's an open seat, and so too often in Missouri we see that it's an open seat that is unopposed, and so that's not the democratic process.